What's good, y'all? Today we're back with another video. Something a little different on the channel. I have a a playlist on the channel called Real Life Topics, where I talk about like real life stuff. So this probably will go into that category. But title of the video is called Pixar Soul: Find Your Life Purpose in 8 Minutes. And when I watched this movie Soul, I watched it on the channel. Not on channel. I watched it on Twitch. I watched it on Twitch with some viewers. It was probably about like a good 20 people in there. It was going up and down. Like it went under 20 sometimes, went over 20. But it was that was my first time watching it, and it was a pretty good movie, bro, in my opinion. Like I watched it prior with family. I probably watched like the first 20 minutes, but I never finished it. So when I actually watched the whole movie, I was on Twitch, and that was technically the first movie night. But anyways, to get on topic, the thumbnail says how Soul exposes the toxic life purpose trap. And I'm not gonna lie, this just like it stood out to me because it's kind of the same thought process that I had when I watched the movie. Like that's the impression it left on me. And I feel like, you know, maybe like if you're younger, you may not get the full understanding of it, but like it's a pretty good message in it, I feel like, in my opinion. You know what I mean? So like I only watched like the first 50 something seconds, so I'm gonna jump into it. Thought it'd be cool to watch it on the channel, and you know, like if I can give some type of advice or say something in here that'll help somebody else, I feel like that'd be cool. So yeah, man, let's get it.
For the longest time, I've believed I found my life purpose. A common trend I notice is once you blow up on social media, or once you make it into the pros in music, sports, or any other type of career that pays the big bucks, is when you can truly say you found what you were meant to do in life.
Alright, I'm gonna be pausing it a little bit, probably a lot if I'm being honest, just to put my perspective in these certain parts. And if you're here for it, appreciate you for watching. Leave a like, and if you're not, appreciate you for stopping by, just watching some of it. But like that's a good point right there that he made. A lot of people feel like they found their purpose when they get to a certain status or stature, even though in reality we all walk on the same ground. You know what I mean? But that's a good point he made. Like people make it in the music industry, or they make it to professional sports, but it's just like it's almost like how they say don't put all your eggs in one basket, but not like that in a sense. It's more like, because it's like you can't feel like this specific thing gives you purpose, because nothing lasts forever. You know what I mean? Even if you get a good job, eventually things change, times change. So it's like it'll be somebody younger who I don't know how to put it in a workforce world, corporate America. But it's always gonna be something next. In the music industry, it's always a new rapper coming up every year. Every year. I remember when 21 Savage was like just the hardest rapper out at one point, and then every year somebody else, you know what I mean? Or before Drake, it was Lil Wayne, you know? Like you can say something is your purpose, but then it's like once you're done with that, what is your purpose now? You know what I mean? Like you're in the NFL, you make it to the league, play 10 years, play 3 years. When you're doing it, you feel like this is your purpose. You feel like this is what I was meant to be doing. But then it's like when it's over, you have so much life left to live. It's like, what now? You know what I mean? It almost feel like you have no purpose. So I want to see what his thoughts are on this as he continues to talk. And it's like even this, I saw it was a video about a dude who said it's a dude I watch on YouTube. I haven't watched him in a while, but he makes some pretty good videos. But he was saying like once he graduated high school, I think he tried to play football in college. I can't remember if he did or not. But he said once football was over for him, he didn't really know what his purpose was in life, because when you're in it and you're not thinking far in the future, or you know what I mean, like it's not, you don't have a promised future in this thing, whatever you're doing, that's giving you this happiness and this fulfillment, this purpose, fulfillment of purpose. I don't know, however you want to word it. It's like it's cool then, but then after it's like, dang, kind of get depressed, kind of get sad. So it's like I think it's good for people to find different things that they like in life. You know what I mean? But let's see.
life. For me, it was like that too. Making YouTube videos is something I genuinely enjoy doing, but it wasn't until certain videos went viral that I was like, yeah, this is definitely what I was meant to do in life. But there's a problem here that I think at some point we all realize either the easy way or the hard way. The idea of a life purpose is often associated with money, fame, and success. My question is, let's say you do become mega successful. Once that success dies down, unexpectedly I might add, is it still your life purpose? Or were you sadly...
So we're on the same page here. We're on the same page here. Like I said, I only watched like the first 50, literally 51 seconds. I didn't even hear that part that he said that. So we on the same page so far.
mistaken? And then you start saying, well, what the hell? I thought this was my life purpose. I'm supposed to be successful. Well, okay, if this isn't my life purpose, then what is? Those thoughts start to play in your head. Something that I had to realize recently, and something that the new Pixar movie Soul expresses, is obsessing over finding that one life purpose can be incredibly dangerous. On an unrelated note, I think this is my new favorite Pixar movie, which is funny because I just made a video about Ratatouille and how that...
Okay, I gotta check this out. Ratatouille was a good movie. I'm not gonna lie, but I watched it mainly when I was a kid. And you know, when you watch stuff when you're a kid versus when you're an adult, it'll either have a whole different meaning or you'll look at it in a totally different light. Because when you were a kid, you watched it for the entertainment of a kid, but you gotta think adults made this, so they put other stuff in there that a kid wouldn't fully grasp or understand. So
that was the best one, but not until I watched this. This movie completely surpassed my expectations and surprised me with the direction it took. By the way, spoiler warning if you haven't seen it yet, which I highly recommend you do. As the title of this movie implies, it's all about souls, a character who goes by the name 22 being one of them. She likes to disconnect herself from everyone. Nobody ever believed in her, probably because of her personality. She doesn't want to go to Earth because she believes that Earth is dumb. But once she is accidentally sent through a portal with this dude named Joe, which we'll get to, she ends up in his body and he ends up in a cat's body. Of course, this creates a huge problem.
I'm not gonna lie, I liked her character in the movie. I liked her character. I had something I was gonna say, but kind of went out of my head.
On the bright side, 22 finally gets to experience life, even if she had to do it the hard way. She starts her little adventure, disgusted to be on Earth, not giving it a chance, but as the story progresses, she slowly becomes more and more interested in the little things in life, whether it be food, conversations, or even fear. It all fascinates her, it all starts to make sense for her. Eventually, she realizes that life isn't as bad as she thought it would be. Joe then tells her she is only appreciating life because she is in his body and demands that she return his body back to him.
So if you don't have any context in this, basically he died. All right, this is spoilers. So if you haven't seen the movie, I say go watch it, or if you don't plan on it, I'll just explain it here. He died. He went to the 248. We're gonna call it the Great Beyond because I don't know. You know what I mean? What they call it right here.
Not until I watched this.
These are all souls. These are all souls. These people pretty much direct the souls to where they need to go, whether they're going to Earth or they're going from Earth.
Expectations and surprise.
This is when, I think this is when he died. I need some water. So he died. He was walking to the light. He was in a line. He said he wasn't ready to go. He ran out the line. I guess he fell. I can't remember exactly how he got there, but he fell and he got to this place and he met 22, which is that other character. And these characters are helping these characters right here get to Earth. And other characters like Joe, who are in this place, who are not like, I guess, baby souls, they are like mentors to the babies to help them find, in a sense, their purpose. So he ends up finding a way back to Earth. He finds a way back to Earth, and what happens is when he goes back to Earth, she helps him find a way. He goes with her, but she falls into his body and he falls into a cat's body, and she experiences life on Earth through his body. He can still communicate through the cat, but yeah, let me see. But only with her.
After that, she takes off, but they're both eventually captured by the universe. Long story short, 22 falls into a major state of depression and becomes what the movie calls a lost soul. All her insecurities and negative thoughts consume her to the point of no return. The biggest one being the idea that she has no purpose. Joe resolves this issue by making a point that I'll express by the end of the video. One part of the movie I found interesting is this concept of the flow state, or the zone as this movie calls it. They call it the space between the physical and spiritual. To be in a flow state, you have to really enjoy what you are doing, but as the
What's funny, I learned about that before. I can't remember where I learned about it at, but it's like when people are really into what they're doing, like a boxer. Well, I would suggest you watch the movie to get the gist of some of the stuff he's saying, but the message, I'm pretty sure you don't have to watch the movie to get the message that he's going to say. But the flow state is the interesting thing.
Movie points out there are times when that joy can become an addiction, and thus you become disconnected from life. Very often, that's what happens when one is obsessed with whatever activity they consider to be their life purpose. There are times when nothing else matters but that one activity. And while that mindset can be beneficial at times when you really want to get something done, not being self-aware about it can cause major issues to your mental health.
Major issues to your mental health. That's why I think it's always good to take breaks from things, whether you're doing YouTube, sports. I mean, sometimes you don't really have the opportunity to take a break, but I mean, you get an off season. But the only thing is continuously is it gets in a sense sometimes it get bad for your mental health. So it's good to take a break. Like even with social media, that's one of the biggest things. Like I said this before in one of my videos, but I deleted my Twitter completely. I had like a really good amount of followers on there, but it's just like I don't know. I don't really care for it, but that's besides the point. But just in general, like different things in life, I say it's good to take a break from it, because then once you take a break from it, you get a perspective of looking at what you were doing while you were in that situation, or you get an outside perspective. You know what I'm saying, of that situation. I feel like I use better words to break it down, but let's keep it going.
Health. Another problem with the concept of a life purpose is you're probably going to get bored from time to time with whatever activity you classify as your life purpose. Another scene I found interesting is this one where the little girl is like, "Screw jazz, it sucks," and then 5 minutes later she plays her trombone, gets into her flow state, and is all like, "Actually, I love jazz, never mind." My point is that human beings are like that. Our minds change all the time, every year, every day. You can have a passion for something and still get bored with it sometimes. There are
I'm sorry to keep pausing, but this is what we're gonna do here.
Year, every day.
This is just what we are. We humans, man. You know what I mean? So when people expect happiness out of certain things, it's you'll let yourself down a lot of the times. You know what I mean? Because you gotta understand, like, so if you're looking for happiness out of an object, out of materials, out of people, you know what I mean? You will be let down at times. That's just what it is, you know. So you can't expect to be happy all the time, because happiness is an emotion. That's something you feel when you are in a certain moment, you know what I mean? And we remember those things, but you have to understand that it's something you feel in a moment. Just like being mad, it's something you feel in a moment. So it's good to be aware of those things. And hold on, what was I relating it to?
Change all the time, every year, every day. You
Pretty much like what he was saying with the purpose, or just different things in general. You know what I'm saying? Like if you go into something, don't go into with the mindset that it's gonna make you happy all the time. Understand it's gonna be hard times to come with it. Understand it's gonna be difficult times to come with it. Understand times you're gonna be bored, and times you're gonna be mad, times you're gonna be sad. You know what I mean? But understanding that helps you stick with things. You know what I mean? Helps you build that consistency. And just like in the movie, she wanted to give up with playing whatever instrument that was, but you're gonna feel down sometimes. But she played really good. Uh, Man, bro, I'm all over the place because like once I say one thing, it'll pop one thing in my head. So I'm just trying to stay on track.
You can have a passion for something and still get bored with it sometimes. There are days when you might even want to never do it again. Then a day goes by and you go right back at it as if nothing ever happened. Now I want to talk about this dude, Joe Gardner. My dude lives, breathes, and dreams jazz. He dedicates his entire life to that one activity. He has a profession as a middle school band teacher, but desperately wants to perform professionally on stage. Once he finally gets that big gig he's always dreamed of, he becomes so excited to the point where he forgets where he is walking and falls down a sewer hole to his death and dies. RIP. Except he isn't technically dead yet.
Well, it just so happens that your friend here is only mostly dead. There's a big difference between mostly dead and all dead.
As he discovers a spiritual world. When mentoring 22,
I think his body, he was in a coma.
Life transpired. All of his painful memories are revealed to him, so he comes to the conclusion that his whole life was a failure, and he must return back to set the record straight. By 22 living in Joseph's body later on in the movie, it gives him an opportunity to see how obsessed he was over jazz. There's a scene where she talks to a barber about life, and he says even though being a barber wasn't his original choice, he's still a happy man and can see the beauty of it. He wasn't born to do what he does, it's just something he discovered along the way. It gets Joe thinking, damn, maybe I should take that advice. Then after they leave, the barber goes, "Oh my gosh, it's so nice to talk to you, Joe, about something other than jazz for once." That's definitely a problem I can relate to. Not from the barber's perspective, but from Joseph's perspective. Once you finally find that quote-unquote life purpose, you become so obsessed over it to the point where it's all you think, dream, and talk about. When you talk to your friends, for example, you may not even realize that all you talk about is that one activity that you put on a pedestal. You miss all the other satisfying memories of what life has to offer. After he
you get consumed by it. You feel like that's all that matters, and that's just what it is. Like when you continuously do something, that you kind of block out other things and you lose perspective on other things in life. You know what I mean?
Gets his body back near the end of the movie, Joe finally performs
That's what they call a tunnel vision, I feel like.
The concert he tried so desperately hard to get into, and discovers it wasn't what he thought it would be.
I've been waiting on this day for my entire life. I thought I'd feel different.
Imagine dedicating your entire life for a gig, only to find out it was just like any other job. Slightly more exciting, yes, but not quite what you were expecting. At that point,
because it was just a moment, you know what I mean? It's good to think of how you'll be in that moment, but you got to think about how you're gonna feel after it too, you know? And it's good to smile and be like, that was nice, I enjoyed that, I'm appreciative of this moment. You know what I mean? You got to appreciate all the little things, but you understand like this is the end all be all. It's not like, boom, I do this and life is gonna be a fairy tale afterwards. Life still goes on. We still have ups and downs. It's gonna be the same thing. It's just, you accomplished a goal. You know what I mean?
I think pretty much anyone would fall into an instant state of depression. You would instantly realize.
And I feel like understanding that keeps you out of depression and sadness, because you have a long-term view on things, and it keeps you more in a positive mindset. Like I'm doing something, and there's more to look forward to. Like this is gonna be something big. I might be nervous when I do it, but it's more to look forward to.
That all the people you could have connected with better, all the opportunities you passed up, all the days you took for granted are all long and gone. You would instantly realize that the whole life purpose search is a trap designed to destroy you both physically and mentally. Life purpose is something that I think really needs to be redefined. When you say you want to find your life purpose, You really gotta be specific with what you mean by that. Some might say their life purpose is being a musician, a barber, or a clothes designer, and okay, but then what? Is everything else you do just meaningless after that? The fact of the matter is, you didn't come into this world to do one specific thing. None of us did. Everything you do in this world, everything you experience, the highs, the lows, the successes, the failures, the love, the negativity, that's what living life is all about. Experience. That's the meaning of life.
I'm not gonna lie, bro. I feel like some people come and they are blessed with talent or blessed with athleticism or blessed with certain things where it gives the perception to other people that they are better. And I don't know if I want to word it like that. Yeah, no. Yeah, I think that's good. I think it gives this perception to people that they are better, but people confuse being better at a certain thing with being better as a human being than others. You know what I mean? They confuse that, because like I watched the Shaq video and I mean, Shaq was saying a lot of stuff where he was saying he better than other people, and I know he probably wasn't, like the way he came off like that. I know he probably didn't mean it like that, but it came off like he's a better person. But he was blessed like to be 7'3" and built how he is and have the athleticism that he had. You know what I mean? And I think people will, and it's not saying him, but just in general, people will confuse the fact that they were blessed with this specific talent, whether it be some athleticism, whether it be like they're really smart or something, and they'll confuse that with this is my purpose in life. You know what I mean? And if this doesn't work, then I mean nothing. You know what I mean? This was just part of life. Like I remember when JJ Watt posted a tweet, and he said, "These are the moments I'm going to miss," and it was like just everybody in the locker room. They were just I can't remember what they were doing. I think they were playing around or something. I don't know. But it was like, he was like, these are the moments I'm gonna miss. You know what I mean? So it's like, not the fact that I'm out here dominating people, not the fact that I'm out here, you know what I mean, just winning awards. It's the little moments like where we got peace and we chilling and we just having a good time. You know what I mean? So, like I said, I think people. It froze up. Okay. Yeah. I think people just confuse, like I said, purpose. Like, not even confuse purpose. I think it's something that's like been told to people. And I even had that mindset, like, what's my purpose? You know what I mean? But I feel like it's a general thing. Like, the purpose is to live, you know what I mean? But appreciate the little moments. I kind of want to hear what he says before I finish, but appreciate the little moments. Help others, inspire others, be there for others. Help yourself, you know what I mean? Make sure you good, because it's hard to help others if you aren't good, you know what I mean? How you gonna give a homeless man money when you have no money yourself, you know what I mean? How you gonna teach this person how to fish when you don't know how to fish yourself, So
Even something as simple as walking or breathing air are life purposes. So free your soul from that limited box. You can be anything, multiple things, and that time will come. But don't forget to be happy to be alive.
I'm not gonna lie, bro. I don't know who this dude is. Never seen him on YouTube before. That's the cool part about YouTube. Y'all liked it already. Bro, like I said, I only watched like 51 seconds, 50 seconds. And I liked the video because I felt like I could see the direction he was going with it. How South Park exposed the dark truth. Oh, he going crazy. He got South Park in here too. I gotta check that out. But yeah, man. Like I said, I just feel like we get caught up in this purpose thing. Purpose. Not we, but just in general, it's a lot of people that do. And that's not it. That's not it. It's like we we in trains or on vehicles, you know what I mean? Just forms of transportation. So I guess it's how you got to look at it. It's a form of transportation to the next form of transportation to the next form of transportation. You know what I mean? It was Robert Downey Jr. It was an interview. I can't remember. I don't even know where we even watched this, but it was something he said, bro. And he was like, one of the hardest things about life is transitioning from one phase to the other. And I feel like that's because we get caught in the middle, you know, of letting go of what was versus what will be or can be, you know what I mean? So, like, taking that next step in life, you know what I mean? Because we so caught up in, you know, the good moments in this, that we not looking forward to what could be. There's gonna be a lot of good moments in this. It's gonna be bad moments in it too, because it was bad moments in this. You know what I mean? But it's gonna be bad moments. That's just part of life. But it's understanding and being appreciative, not letting your emotions get the best of you. Staying calm, staying composed, and understand. Okay, I'm sitting here and I'm smiling, but something could wipe the smile off my face just as quick as something could put a smile on it. You know what I mean? So, yeah, man, just, yeah. Don't like I go back to this. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. I say put all but one. You know what I mean? So you know you're giving all your effort, but you got your mind. You know what I mean? Just to make sure. I feel like this is for your mental. You know what I mean? All but one. And I say that with everything in life, except for relationships. Do right by people. Do right by people. You know what I mean? But I don't know. Depending on how you look at that. That's like another video for another day. But yeah, man. Comment y'all thoughts below. Let me know what y'all think. If you have seen Soul, let me know what you think about it. Let me know what you think about the whole purpose thing. Let me know what you think about life. You know what I mean? These are some of the topics that I like to touch on, like to talk about. But it's a lot of stuff that I want to do on the channel. So yeah, man. Appreciate y'all for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. Shout out to this dude. What's his channel name? Made to Express. Shout out to Made to Express, man. Like the video. I will be checking out more. What true depression feels like, as shown in South Park. Okay. Yeah. He got deep topics. I like that, and it's in an entertaining way. You know what I mean? So, all right, man. Yeah. Like, comment, subscribe. Stay tuned. Stay blessed.
You done messed up, Aaron!
Yeah. Hey, Hall. Man amongst boys, I walk with the Lord. Gotta be careful what you say, because your tongue is a sword. Why you speaking what I think and ain't no